Taylor Swift has been summoned to court as part of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal row, and she's not happy about it. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have been stuck in a dispute ever since the film It Ends With Us came out last summer. She sued him, accusing him of sexual harassment and a smear campaign, and he's suing her and her husband Ryan Reynolds on claims of civil extortion, defamation, and invasion of privacy. And now Taylor Swift's involved. Baldoni says he was invited to Lively's house in 2023 to discuss the film's script, and Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift were there to serve as her dragons. He claims that Taylor encouraged him to accept rewrites to the script, and that she was involved in casting one of the characters. He also claimed Blake Lively texted him saying, "My dragons protect those I fight for." But Taylor Swift's representatives told the BBC she's only being brought into the case to create tabloid clickbait, and that her only involvement was allowing her song to be used in the film. They said she never set foot on the set of this movie, she was not involved in any casting or creative decisions, she did not score the film, and she never saw an edit or made any notes on the film.
The lawsuit between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni over the behind-the-scenes chaos of It Ends With Us has taken a wild turn, as Taylor Swift has now been officially subpoenaed, dragging the pop star straight into the middle of a Hollywood legal feud that's quickly becoming one of the year's most talked about celebrity scandals. The situation, which has already involved allegations of creative control issues, A-list interference, and personal relationships being used as leverage, is escalating by the week. And this new development has ignited a frenzy among fans, media, and legal analysts alike. If you're into wild celeb drama like this, hit that sub button. You don't want to miss what's next. It all began when whispers and rumors that Taylor might be involved were subtly hinted at, but now, those whispers have become reality. According to legal documents and statements from representatives, Taylor is no longer just a background name casually dropped. She is now a central figure being called upon to potentially testify, submit evidence, or be deposed. Justin Baldoni's original complaint accused Blake Lively of overstepping her role in the production by rewriting significant portions of the script, particularly a rooftop scene she apparently revised herself and presented during a meeting at the luxurious penthouse she shares with Ryan Reynolds. During that meeting, Ryan reportedly praised Blake's rewrite, and Taylor Swift was allegedly present, expressing her admiration for Blake's version as well. This interaction is now a crucial point of contention in the lawsuit, as Justin argues that Blake used the approval of her high-profile husband and globally famous best friend as a form of pressure or validation, essentially implying, "If they love it, why don't you?" The legal filing even references a bizarre but now widely discussed text message Blake sent to Justin, comparing herself to Khaleesi from Game of Thrones, claiming she had a few dragons that protect those she fights for, which most took to be a metaphor for her famous inner circle, namely Taylor and Ryan. This added fuel to the speculation that Blake was indeed leveraging her celebrity relationships to push her version of events, and fans began asking tough questions.
With a rep for the Grammy winner telling E! News May 9th, Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. She did not score the film, she never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. She did not even see It Ends With Us until weeks after its public release, and was traveling around the globe during 2023 and 2024, headlining the biggest tour in history. The statement continues, "The connection Taylor had to this film was permitting the use of one song, My Tears Ricochet. Given that her involvement was licensing a song for the film, which 19 other artists also did, this document subpoena is designed to use Taylor Swift's name to draw public interest by creating tabloid clickbait, instead of focusing on the facts of the case." E! News has reached out to Justin's reps for comment, but hasn't yet heard back.
Was Taylor actually involved in this movie's creative process, or was her name simply being used without full context or consent? Was she aware she might be pulled into a legal dispute over a film she didn't directly work on? And if so, how might this affect her long-standing friendship with Blake? Things got even messier when fans noticed that Taylor's boyfriend, NFL star Travis Kelce, unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram, a digital move that launched thousands of conspiracy theories overnight. Some speculated it was an act of solidarity, others believed it signaled personal fallout. and many wondered whether Taylor and Blake's relationship had been permanently damaged. Although media outlets initially reported that the two women had talked through their issues and remained close, the subpoena seemed to suggest otherwise. Taylor's team, known for staying tight-lipped, responded swiftly and with uncharacteristic bluntness, releasing a statement to TMZ that firmly denied Taylor's involvement in the film beyond licensing her song My Tears Ricochet, which was just one of 19 tracks included on the soundtrack. They insisted that Taylor had never been on set, never participated in casting or production decisions, never provided creative input, and hadn't even watched the film until it was released publicly, because she was on her record-breaking Eras tour throughout 2023 and 2024. Her team accused the other side of using Taylor's fame to stir up media interest and distract from the core legal arguments, calling the subpoena a publicity stunt designed to generate clickbait headlines. Still, conflicting statements have emerged from people connected to the film. In previous interviews, actors have suggested that Taylor was involved in casting decisions, with one saying she believed Taylor had signed off on her audition, and another claiming that Blake and Taylor watched tapes together and picked their favorite. These contradictory accounts have cast a shadow of ambiguity over Taylor's actual role. While many believe her presence was merely incidental, as a supportive friend who read Blake's script and gave informal feedback, Justin Baldoni's legal team appears to argue that her comments held disproportionate weight and were used to influence professional decisions. Whether that influence was intentional or not remains a core question at the heart of this messy dispute. Legally, the subpoena means Taylor is now obligated to cooperate with the case, which could involve giving a sworn deposition, appearing in court to testify, or providing documents and messages relevant to the timeline in question. Her legal team may file to have the subpoena dismissed or limited, but until that's decided, she's legally considered a relevant party. Meanwhile, Blake's lawyer, Mike Gotottle, has confirmed that she will be testifying at the trial scheduled for March. He stated that her testimony is essential and will be supported by additional witnesses who reportedly observed or experienced misconduct related to her claims. These witnesses are expected to provide live testimony detailing events that took place on the set, including moments of conflict and potential harassment. In addition to personal accounts, Blake's team will present documentary evidence such as emails, text messages, and statements from producers and Sony executives to bolster her case. Gotottle emphasized that the legal strategy includes proving that Blake was retaliated against for raising concerns about inappropriate behavior during filming. He also criticized the media circus surrounding the case, arguing that too much attention is being placed on celebrity gossip rather than the core issue, an alleged retaliation campaign against Blake. The discovery phase of the case is currently underway, during which both legal teams can request documents, question witnesses, and gather material to build their arguments. Blake herself will be subject to questioning, and her team will have the right to depose Justin and other key individuals. The involvement of Ryan Reynolds remains unclear. His name appears in the complaint, but Blake's attorneys are reportedly attempting to have any claims related to him dismissed. If the court decides otherwise, he may also be called to testify. As more and more details trickle out, public fascination with the case continues to grow. It has all the elements of a blockbuster drama: famous actors, iconic musicians, private text messages, cryptic social media clues, and the slow unraveling of long-standing friendships. The fact that Taylor Swift is now legally entangled makes the entire situation even more explosive. Her fan base is enormous and extremely protective, and many have begun speculating about whether her legal involvement will affect her public image, her tour, or her brand. Others are rallying behind her, believing she's being unfairly dragged into a fight she had nothing to do with. On the flip side, Blake's supporters argue that Taylor's influence, even if unintentional, played a role in tipping the scales behind the scenes. Some insiders claim that being publicly backed by someone as powerful as Taylor can send a loud message, even if it isn't meant as direct interference. Regardless of where the truth lies, the subpoena has shifted the dynamics of the case dramatically. What started as a creative disagreement between two actors has now become a referendum on power influence, and the blurry line between personal relationships and professional boundaries in Hollywood. Whether Taylor ends up testifying or not, her presence in the narrative ensures that this lawsuit won't be quietly resolved. With high-profile depositions looming, trial preparation in full swing, and legal teams already strategizing on both sides, the outcome of this case could have ripple effects not only for the people directly involved, but also for how celebrity influence is perceived in future entertainment industry disputes. As the trial date approaches and media speculation intensifies, one thing is clear. This isn't just a courtroom drama. It's a cultural flashpoint that's pulling back the curtain on how decisions get made, power gets used, and friendships get tested when fame collides with the law.